Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Pregame podcast. I'm Brett.
I'm Keith.
And this is our first episode, and we're super excited. This has been something we've been talking about doing for a long time, a couple of years now, and finally doing it. I mean, I'm excited. How about you?
Yeah, like you said, we've been talking about it for a while. It's a few days ago we finally pulled the trigger, decided how we're going to set up. Obviously, we got I'm home for the weekend for a break from school, so we're just in my basement right now recording. Hopefully we find like a better option for streaming and, recording. So
Hey, I think we'll get better as it goes.
It'll get better.
That's how it goes to everything.
it's just a start. Got some
Exactly.
jerseys up.
The
It'll be
vibe's
exciting.
good right now. This is a good vibe podcast, and we're just gonna have some fun, talk about who knows what, and discuss whatever, and we're ready. I'm excited.
Yeah, so for today, today's agenda, we got, we're going to catch up with each other. It's been a little bit since we've seen each other.
Right.
We're going to talk about the Tigers, the push that they've had, Michigan football, along with the Lions, and our expectations for our game against the Cowboys tomorrow, as well as some fantasy football, some waiver wire advice, moving into, some current events, what's going on right now in the U.S. We'll bring up our honorable mentions, so some shout-outs that we'd like to give out, as well as a motivational minute presented by Brett.
Yes. We'll talk about that when it gets down to it. I'm excited, but we're gonna start it. How you been?
Pretty good, man. I'll let you go first, though.
All right, yeah. Me just been chilling and hanging out, doing my thing. I'm back in school now and balancing that with work, and it's been a little hectic, but we're getting through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. The balance between work and school is definitely tough. I took a summer class like 2 summers ago while I was working my internship, and it was a lot for me. It was only one class, so I couldn't imagine doing like multiple at once, with you working full time.
It's something. It's luckily enough I'm able to take night classes, which is dope, and some online. So that's what we've been doing, just taking it, trying it out, and we're sick to it. So tell me how's Ann Arbor? How's Michigan?
So I just finished up, some exams. I had like 3 exams in the past week and a half, so it's been pretty brutal. Last night I finished up my final homework assignment for the break, so now I got pretty much until Tuesday now to just chill, do whatever.
There you go.
Watch some sports this weekend, hang out with people I haven't seen in a while. So, it's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to it, to the rest of the break.
That's what's up. Yeah, you can't beat that, and we're glad to have you back. I'm excited. Could obviously hang out with you and whoever, and it'll be a good time. We all need that break.
Yeah. Hopefully we can have some bonfires.
There you go. The weather's been perfect. Been good.
Been great.
I'll take it. And speaking of sports, how about Michigan football? Bye week this week. Luckily, lines up with the break.
Yeah.
But how are we feeling?
Obviously this year's not going exactly how we were hoping.
Right.
Coming off the Natty Champ, coming off like a 3-year span of, we were pretty dominant for 3 years, we were the past 2 years at least, we played against Washington or TCU, lost them unfortunately. It was a high scoring game, it was still an exciting game. We were 2 scores away from going to the Natty that year.
Yeah.
So, that's a big loss, but we came back, won the Natty.
Hey.
Came into this season, expecting, we lost a lot of players. We knew what was going to happen. We knew we weren't going to be as good. We were hoping with the new coaching, it was going to work out. Obviously, we've had some bumps, but, it's just our first year back. I think it's definitely a big rebuild right now, but I don't expect it to take too long until, we're back into contender form.
That's good, and I like that take. You see it firsthand, being able to go to all the games.
Yeah.
I've been to 2 this year. It's been a great time, but a little struggle. We've been struggling the whole season. You got teams like Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, LSU. They've been able to go far, have a lot of guys in the draft.
Yeah.
But they've been able to come back right away, and it doesn't seem like Michigan's able to do that, but really it's just starting off with the quarterback situation. You need good quarterback play, and I'm finally happy Jack Tuttle's in. I'm super excited.
Yeah, it's that's definitely, I think that's the main struggle of the season so far. Pretty much has decided our big games. Against Texas, we had a couple of big turnovers in our own side of the field, which pretty much decided the game. We just lost against Washington, but we did see Tuttle come in, and the offense looked pretty good while he was out there. So, maybe we'll see how the rest of the season goes if we're gonna continue starting him. I'm looking forward to next season though, when Jaden Davis is starting. I have a feeling he's gonna be our clear-cut starter. He's redshirting this year, but I'm excited to see what happens.
He did have a lot of hype coming out of high school at North Carolina, and he was either a 4-star or 5-star, I forget, but he definitely did earn those stars. He was going crazy, and I'm excited too. Hopefully, he'll be able to sling the ball next year. We'll see. I'm expecting us to be better next year for sure.
Yeah.
If not, we might have to move on.
We're losing a couple of key defensive players, but
definitely,
I don't think it'll be too big of a worry, especially with our QB situation hopefully being fixed. I think we'll look better. We may not be as good as we were when we won the Natty, of course, but I think it'll be a big step up from where we were at.
It definitely will be, and it is a little different. They try to keep the same culture. It is a little bit of a different culture shock right now. Different going from coach to coach, hiring a new offensive coordinator, hiring a new defensive coordinator, special teams, figuring out. All right, Sharon Moore had to coach 3 games last year as head coach. Now he's got to coach. Was it 12?
Yeah.
And possibly a bowl game or the playoff game.
Hopefully
it's different, but I think we'll be okay.
Hopefully, yeah. At least hopefully we'll get a bowl game. Win that bowl game. That'd be big. But yeah, as of right now, it's not looking too good. We got state coming up, so hopefully we can at least win that game. That'll be big. Be an exciting weekend, Halloween weekend.
Yeah.
It'll be a good time. A lot of celebrations going on after that game.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited. I'm ready to go to the game and never been. And I'm ready to just have a great time.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be a great time. Yeah. All right. Speaking on like a kind of still a sad note. We're Tigers baseball. What a run they had.
Yeah.
Going from August 11th all the way to October 12th. 2 months. And unfortunately, we just lost to Cleveland. But, we gave them all. And, Scooble, I feel like if we're going to go out, it's going to have to be with Scooble. He gave it his all. And you know what? It is what it is,
Yeah, especially with this being, this is not like our team. We didn't rebuild to build this team. We're still rebuilding, and for us to make the push that we did is kind of big.
Gritty takes.
I'm excited to see what we can do in these upcoming years. I think we're gonna grow a lot. We got a young team. We got a lot of young players. Hopefully, they can just continue to progress and keep getting better.
Yeah, and I feel like the way you win baseball games is pitching and putting the bat to the ball, and we definitely did that this past 2 months.
Yeah.
We did this past series. We did leave a lot of guys stranded on base, which was like, what are we doing?
Especially the game today. Game 5, we left a lot of runners stranded, and that's just a problem. You can't really have that with the young team. We'll get better. They'll continue to grow and get better. So.
Exactly. And I believe they will be able to put the bat to the ball next year.
Yep.
We did have a couple guys that, did surprise us. Riley Green had a great year. Kerry Carpenter, even though he was out half the year, he still had a great year. Matt Vierling, man. What a guy that would be a utility player on the Phillies, where he came from, or the Dodgers. Someone who's probably going to get a second look, Not necessarily going to be up with the starters, but is starting with Detroit. He had a great season. I'm super happy for him. Just excited to, I'd like to keep him. He's one of those guys, like I said, utility player, and it's you need those guys.
Yeah.
Some of those more grittier guys that are, hey, I'm good enough to be here, and I'm gonna make sure people know that.
Yeah. I kind of reminds me of Andrew Romine. Back when he had that game where he played every single position in it.
Yeah.
He even pitched.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reminds me of that.
That was a crazy game. They just let him too, which I think we're up, but we weren't. It wasn't like a game where we were like winning 12-0, like they do now.
Yeah.
They were just kind of all right, throw him in, and And that was crazy.
See what he could get. See, give him some accolade. Give him a title.
There
Played
you
every
go.
position.
Yeah.
That's a big feat, I guess.
I
Most
guess so.
players definitely cannot do that.
No, exactly. And hey, who knows? Maybe he'd come in, throw in some gas. You never know. Like Brett Phillips. I remember him, outfielder from Tampa Bay. Had a good run when Tampa Bay was making their little run back a couple of years ago. He's now, I think, a pitcher in the Yankees minor league organization.
Really?
Yeah, he pumps like 93. It's pretty crazy.
I remember him on the show for sure. Playing the show. Mm-hmm. I remember him, yeah.
It was crazy, yeah. But you know what? It's crazy what the Tigers have done, and they've definitely brought me back to loving baseball. We played baseball together. We always had a good time, but nothing better than just watching the Tigers win, having a good time, We've had those years where we went to the World Series, 06, 2012, didn't come on top. 13, should have made it, didn't make it, couldn't beat Boston. It's like, man.
I remember that.
What do you gotta do?
Was it that grand slam? Was it David Ortiz hit it or Torrey Hunter flipped over the wall?
Yeah.
Man, that was a tough watch.
Definitely.
We just watched the grand slam again today.
Yeah. Skubal giving that up, and that's first pitch too. First pitch grand slam. Didn't even get to try
right
to
after
work
hitting Ramirez.
Mm-hmm. But like I said, if we're gonna go out, I think it should be Skubal. He's definitely the Cy Young winner this year, I believe.
Yeah.
Hopefully, all you fans at home believe. Let us know in the comments what you think. But he was definitely the best pitcher in baseball. There's no doubt about it. He's given his all.
His Triple Crown is insane.
Triple Crown, yeah.
That's incredible.
He's gave it his all, and that's all you can ask for, man. You know what I mean? He can have one bad game. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong at all. And for him to go toe-to-toe with Chris Sale from the Braves, identical numbers pretty much, and both trying to lead the whole league in pitching, that's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I think it would definitely be criminal for any fan to try to put the blame on him for us, losing. No. He's the reason why we even had any chance.
He's our only starter.
He's the reason why we had any chance. So.
We got the Dodgers trying to copy us. Their whole pitching chaos and relying on the bullpen. You got people that are trying to copy us because they see what's working and they're like, oh, we're gonna try that.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers are stacked. So it's kind of cool to see.
One thing you got to give credit to Cleveland though is their bullpen is insane. All of their, I just watched all of them coming in. They started replacing. I believe it was the second or third inning. They took their starter out. They started putting their bullpen in. All of them under 2 ERA.
Wow.
That's incredible.
No way.
Yeah, it was incredible.
That's crazy. And we did get some hits. We were working them.
We were working them, which is definitely good for us. Yeah.
But just not. It didn't. What is it? What would you say? It's just didn't. We just didn't get it done.
Yeah, just not enough. We gave up a handful of runs today. A little bit more than we were hoping, but
we should have. Yeah.
It's all right. We'll continue to grow and look forward to next season. Keeping an eye on this season, though. Looking at the Lions. What do we think about the Lions?
Dude, I'm excited. I think we're there. We got Dallas at 4:00 tomorrow. America's Game of the Week. We lost our 2 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
I think we're going to come out and just lay it
Especially last season. We got completely gypped. That was an actual... Someone should have been fired over that because that was ridiculous. I actually got so mad. I remember we were downstairs, all of us standing there watching on the TV. Dan Skipper catches it. It was a 2-point conversion, right?
Yes, sir.
He catches the 2-point conversion.
Boom, game 1.
Yeah, we won, but they call. He didn't report. Although I'm pretty sure they had it on camera of him reporting, but
he was
whatever,
he
Dallas.
Whatever,
Dallas.
Whatever. Yeah, that's...
You're a poverty franchise, Dallas.
Pretty much, dude. I'm so...
League cheats for you, and you still can't do nothing. First round exit.
Jerry Jones should just go die sell the team and go die in a hole. He's so old. I'm so sick and tired of hearing America's team. Get out of here.
Yeah, they're not America's. Nobody even likes them. Yeah, nobody likes Dallas.
No one likes Dallas. Dak Prescott's overrated. You're paying him $60 million or whatever a year, and it's like...
You can't be America's team.
13-3 and then lose in the playoffs.
You can't be America's team if you've had less playoff success than the Detroit Lions over the past. Come on now.
And
now we're about to come into Dallas tomorrow, and we're gonna beat them. My projection is that we're gonna win by 13 points at least.
13 points. I like that. I think coming off the bye, I think we are gonna struggle a little bit, but not like necessarily struggle. I think we're just gonna come out a little slow. We're gonna come out a little slow, and but then we're gonna expect it. But I think we're gonna run the rock and do our thing. Let Jared Goff get comfortable, command the offense, and power on. And that's the biggest thing coming off last year. It's like we had such a great season last year, and we should have won against San Francisco. And coming into this year, I was a little scared. I'm like, all right, we're the brand new Lions, but what if something happens this year where we just go back down? Because that's something we've seen so much growing up, and it's like now that's not a thing. It's not even. I'm not even thinking about that.
Everyone's saying we're a contender.
Yep.
We're a contender. I just heard today actually that there's some rumors going around that we might trade for an edge rusher this season. Ooh. And I heard one of them that we're interested in is Crosby from the Raiders.
Ooh, that's something that I would love to see. Bring him back to Michigan. He's a Michigan boy. Played at Eastern. I think I believe he even said, like, if it's going to be one team that I'm going to play for besides the Raiders, it's going to be the Lions.
Yeah, I would be excited to see him and Hutch coming off the edge. Like, what do you do about that? You can't stop that. You can't, especially with our D tackles.
Yeah, Reeder and Lee McNeil. Oh, that'd be nasty.
And Anzarike. All three of them are good. It's a dirty cycle that we got there. I'd be excited to see if we picked up Crosby or even another.
That'd be dope. But I heard it comes at a cost too. He's a package with Devontae Adams, and he wants out of Las Vegas as well. But there's been some rumors. Ooh, where's he gonna go? Is he gonna go to the Jets? Is he gonna go to Seattle?
Yeah.
Dallas.
Realistically, what do you think the Lions would have to give up to get? Say we're just going for Crosby. We're not trying to get Adams too, because we'd have to give up a lot for that.
Oh, we definitely would.
What do you think? Do you think we have to go first rounder to get Crosby?
We definitely would have to go 2 or 3 first rounders for sure.
That would be. I don't know.
Plus a player to to replace, and then definitely some other draft capital.
I don't know if we
not something similar to the Stafford trade.
Yeah.
But something that level quality.
I don't know if we do it because Brad Holmes. That man is probably the best drafter the league has seen in a long time. Even his late picks are great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we'd be willing to give up, Brad Holmes' next few first round picks. I don't know if it'd be worth it. I don't know if our team would say it's worth it.
Right, and a big part of the Lions, for those who do not know, is trust the process, trust the draft picks, let them farm, let them go. And we've seen a lot of success with them.
Yeah.
You think about
snagging Amon-Ra. What was he like fourth, fifth round? Yeah.
Even Malcolm Rodriguez was still on the team. We got a great linebacking core, and most teams he would definitely not be in the league, but he's found himself a home here.
Campbell, he's been stepping it up. I've seen him in on a lot more tackles recently than especially last year at least.
Yeah.
He's stepping it up.
He's Iowa. They produced their great tight ends and great linebackers. Shout out to the Iowa Hawkeyes, who also just beat Washington 40-17.
Yeah, that's a big win, especially Washington coming off beating Michigan. That's a big win for Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely rooting for them if over any other Big Ten school, aside from Michigan, obviously. And Purdue, I like Purdue too.
Yeah, I gotcha. I'm always a big fan of the Rutgers out in Rutherford, New Jersey.
I've never been a big Rutgers guy, but
they beat Washington as well. And,
really? I didn't know that.
They're playing some football, man.
No, that makes us look even worse, I guess.
It does, yeah. I think it does. I think it does.
Bad.
But hey, man, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll see. But you know what? Something that's been itching my mind a little bit is fantasy football. The Lions, they got you can't go wrong with a Lions player on your fantasy team. You really can't. Starting with the running backs and Amon-Ra, J-Mo, been stepping it up. It's he's finally.
He's one of the league leaders in receiving this year, I believe. He's I know he's
great
top 10.
Flex to have.
He's top 10 for sure. Yeah.
But fantasy's been a little up and down for me. I don't know about how you, but all 3 leagues I'm 2-3. And,
yeah,
it's been yikes.
I just got one buy-in league that I'm in, and I was projected to go undefeated. I was projected to have the best team. I do have a good team. Here, you want to run through our lineups or pick a league? I'll run through mine.
I'll pick a league. Yeah. I do play for money in all 3 of my leagues. I'm a little bit more of a gambler.
So yeah, I'm only in one league, but I'll read off my lineup, and it's pretty good. It's just not it's not working out, I guess. So I got Josh Allen, Brandon Ayuk, AJ Brown, Jahmyr Gibbs, Brian Robinson, Dalton Kincaid, Debo Samuel, Zay Flowers, and then McPherson from Cincinnati kicking, and the Jets defense. So that's like a really good team, especially it's a 12-man league. That's a really good team. But I'm also 2-3. It's not working out. I do see that Brian Robinson's actually out this week all of a sudden, so that's not good. I'm gonna have to plug in Bucky Irving.
There you go. All right, this is the league that we got with Schlub Gang. Shout out Schlub Gang, our group chat, our friend group.
Oh, Bucky Irving's actually starting this week.
Oh, there you go.
I did not know that. That's
perfect.
That's big news. So,
all right.
If anybody's seeing this before Sunday football game starts, he's actually starting
Bucky
this week. That's great.
So I do toss. I'll read you my whole lineup. I do toss back and forth. Like I said, I'm 2-3. I do believe that I should be winning this league.
Mm-hmm.
But just I've had a little bit of injuries. But starting quarterback, we have Dak Prescott. He's been so, not too bad, but not great at all.
Yeah.
Running back still, Saquon, Joe Mixon, love them, big fans. Can't go wrong. Joe Mixon's been a little banged up, but he's always like that, so it's not too big of a deal.
Yeah.
Receiving core, Chris Olave, Wan'Dale Robinson, Tucker Kraft at tight end. Great pickup. I had to pick him up last week because I needed a tight end. Because my other tight end, Dallas Goedert, was off with a bye week, and Tucker Kraft, he's one of the big targets out in Green Bay. I would pick him up,
especially with the recent receiver troubles that they've had.
Mm-hmm. Deontay Johnson is my flex. He's supposed to be their number 1 receiver, and once they put Andy Dalton in, he's finally getting targets doing that. Last week I tried to ride the hot hand, didn't work out so well. I'm gonna try again this week. They're playing Atlanta, not too sure, but we'll see. I might replace him with J.K. Dobbins. Try to ride that hot hand as well. But we'll see. Rounded off with the Steelers defense. They always got a solid defense. It's defense. You try to get as much points as you can. Don't really matter. And then kicker is Evan McPherson. And last week he struggled.
Yeah.
He got the little announcer jinx. But you know what? This week we're coming back against the football Giants. Joe Burrow, he's the number 1 scorer in the league. He's got the most touchdowns. He leads the league in a lot of stuff. And, Cincinnati has not been getting it done, but
no.
We'll see. But, yeah, exactly. My backup quarterback is Jared Goff. Big fan of him. I thought he was going to do a lot better in points-wise, He did struggle a little bit of the season, a couple picks, but, he did round it off against Seattle, so I'll take it. Justin Jefferson did a bye. He's my wide receiver 1. I'm always playing with him. So, this week's a little mix up with the receivers. But that's okay. I also had Cooper Kupp, which was a great... people just fell into my lap in this league. And it was great. I believe I have a good team. I got Aaron Jones as well. They don't have another running back, so they're just going to keep
Your bench is kind of loaded, I'm not going to lie.
It is pretty loaded. I got TJ Hawkinson, too. He's sitting in my IR because I was like, once he comes back... he's gonna be. I feel like he'd be something, but I might not need him because
I was sitting on him and Nick Chubb, both about to put them right on my IR through the draft, but they were both taken right before when I was gonna pick them. But it's all right, it's working out so far.
But you know what? There's injuries.
Maybe.
There's pickups. There's drops. Let's go into the waiver wire. Let's talk about some pickups. Do you have anyone in mind, anyone specific that you you picked up and you fell in love with?
So yeah, I have actually a few guys on the waiver wire that I'm suggesting people pick up. This guy I actually drafted with the 15th pick in my draft, Wan'Dale Robinson. This guy has been electric this season out of the Giants, so you really want to expect it, especially with Malik Neighbors out there. It's not really like a high-powered offense by any means.
Mm-hmm.
With the running back situation, I believe Singletary's starting.
Yeah.
You still have Daniel Jones, who's never been like a elite quarterback. But Wan'Dale Robinson's actually ranked 63rd this season in points, which is
Really?
amazing. And he's also only 63% rostered. You know, I had to plug him in one week. I had an injury. He dropped 18 points for me. The very next week, he dropped 16. He's been consistently scoring over 10. I believe he's only had 1 week where he was under 10, and this is in PPR. You know, he's a great person to pick up for sure. And if he's in the waiver, I would definitely suggest picking that man up.
I can back that up because Keith did in fact tell me about that, and I did, and this dude's been electric, and I've been riding a hot hand with him. You know, I've been lucky this season where I had some guys that have been going off and, you know, trying to ride it, and he's one of those dudes that I'm thankful to pick up. 2 of my leagues he was available. The other one where it's more of a try-hard league, they already had him, but that's whatever, not a big deal. But, you know, I'm going to go with my pick. I'm going to pick a kicker. I'm going to pick Matthew Wright out of San Francisco, the backup kicker from the practice squad. Jake Moody got hurt, and as a big Michigan fan, I love Jake Money Moody. He is a Michigan boy, Farmington. No, sorry, Northville.
Yeah, Northville.
And then going to Michigan and being perfect. You know, I was like, this is the guy I want. San Francisco has a high-scoring offense, whether it's between the running backs, receivers, tight ends, even the defense. They're an all-around team, and I'm like, this guy's going to get you points. Mm-hmm. And so far, Jake Moody has, but he got injured, and I believe it was a quad, so I needed a kicker, and I was like, might as well just pick up their backup. And he gave me 15 points last week, and I'll take it. I like it. I think it is a good pick. I believe he's going to be playing again next week. And it's one of those where, you know, kickers are valuable if they can get you 10 or plus points. And I feel like he's going to be a guy that can keep doing that because they are scoring so much.
Mm-hmm. It's a really high-powered offense over there. And they're always at least going to get on the opponent's side of the field. Kick a field goal, whether it's kicking a field goal or scoring, getting a point after, you know. Mm-hmm. All right, moving into my next one, I have Alec Pierce, a receiver for the Colts. He is currently ranked 66th, so only 3 spots behind Wan'Dale Robinson, but he's actually only rostered in 33% of leagues, which is very low. And another thing to add to his value is Pittman's currently injured. I don't remember quite what injury it was, but last I saw that he was doubtful for this Sunday. Okay. He might play, might not. Either or, he's probably going to get a reduced workload. And Alec Pierce is definitely going to get more targets. So I'd definitely say to if you need some help at the receiver or the flex, shoot for Alec Pierce.
I like that. I'm going to bring it off with another Colt in Trey Sermon, the running back. I do have Jonathan Taylor in one of my leagues, and he has been great. But he's also been out a couple times, just like Joe Mixon. So pick up Trey Sermon if you can, because he's going to get most of the carries. And, you know, Indianapolis is in a little of a fire right now. They can't figure out their quarterback situation. Joe Flacco's come in and done his job. But, you know, you think they would try to go with Anthony Richardson because he's young, trying to groom him. But he's not really performing to what they think he should be. So it's kind of a dumpster fire. And you know what? They're just going to keep giving the ball the guy the rock. And they're going to let him run. And he's been a great pickup because Jonathan Taylor's been getting at least 15 points for me. Mm-hmm. And very confident with him and very confident with Trey Sermon because, like I said, he's going to take that load over. And if not, they're going to go to Dameon Pierce with passing the ball. So I can't beat that. Both of the Colts guys, highly recommended.
All right, moving into my final players. This is kind of a result of another injury. So James Cook, I have heard that is rumored to have turf toe, which is, you know, it's not something that's going to go away. It's going to keep coming back. You know, you're going to miss games. You're going to be questionable. You're going to get a reduced workload. So I would definitely target either of the 2 Buffalo Bills backup running backs in Ray Davis and Ty Johnson. We did see Ty Johnson get a touchdown a few games ago. Ray Davis has been a little bit more quiet, but, you know, he's a rookie. They might, you know, they'll give him more chances, see what he can do. He might blow up. You know, he might get some points with Cook getting a reduced load. So either of those 2 players, I'd definitely say take a look at, see if they fit your team. You know, see what you can do with them.
Definitely, no, I don't think you can't beat that because, turf toe, some not good. Turf burn, anything to do with turf, not good, not fun. I've been unfortunately a victim of the turf burn, and it sucks, especially getting it all up your arm. Oh, yikes! But I mean, get one of those running backs. They don't have anyone they can really pass to. It seems like Buffalo's still trying to figure out.
Yeah.
They're gonna definitely run the ball. No, you can't beat that. I like that. But I think it's time to go to a little bit of a game we have. This one's like a TikTok special. Keith knows a little bit more about it than me because I don't have TikTok. I don't trust that. But it'll be fun, good time. You guys could definitely think about your roster at home. You can get a little into it too, and comment your teams below. But take it away. Explain the game.
All right. So basically, what we have is a wheel that has every football team on it, and we're basically gonna spin it. We're gonna draft. Okay. So we're gonna get a team. Say we get the Lions, right? Mm-hmm. So we'll rock paper scissors. Who goes first? Say I go first. I'll take the O-line. We're just drafting offense. So I'll take the O-line, and then you'll choose from the rest. So you get Amon-Ra or any running backs. We're basically going to be drafting a quarterback, running back, receiver 1 and 2, a tight end, and the O-line. And we're just going to see who gets the better team. Something fun. Think about who you'd take at home if you had the choice. But so let's rock, paper, scissors before we do the first spin. Best 2 out of 3. Okay. So I took it, so I'm going to spin it, and whatever team I get, I'll take the first choice.
All right, what do we got?
Let's see what we got here. We get the Bears.
Ooh.
That's kind of tough because I think I'm going to go with, why am I forgetting his name? The receiver, Moore.
DJ Moore?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Moore as my receiver 1. They got a few receivers. Mm-hmm. Swift's he's kind of on and off with them. He was better with the Lions.
Oh, definitely, for sure. They don't have an offensive line, and it's like, yikes. Man, you got me. I wish I could take the defense, really.
They do have Cole Kmet, too, at tight end. He's pretty good.
They do. I was going to actually say Robert Tonyan because they have him as well, but I think we are going to take Cole Kmet, tight end. You can't go wrong with a tight end.
Yeah, that works.
It's one of those picks where if we're picking fantasy, some guys he's probably gonna get you 7 points, something like that.
Couple points, couple catches. All right, next we have the Jaguars. So you get to pick first now.
All right. I wish I could take Evan Ingram. That'd been great. He is a great pick. You know what? I have him in fantasy. He's been a little on and off. Some of you guys that have Travis Etienne in fantasy, you probably know. But we're going to take him as running back because my running back 1. Because you know what? He is someone that can be trustworthy as long as they have a good offensive line.
All right, I think you said it for me. I'm going to go Evan Ingram here. He's all right. Mm-hmm. I don't really want either of the receivers in Christian Kirk or Brian Thomas. Although Brian Thomas has been turning it up recently. He's been doing really good. I don't want Trevor Lawrence. And I surely don't want their offensive line. So I'm going to go Evan Ingram there.
And it's like, I'm a big fan of T-Law, and I love him. He's one of my favorites.
I think he's just been thrown into a unfortunate situation.
Yeah.
He was really good in college.
Mm-hmm.
Joining Jacksonville, it's not too much going on there. It's not looking too good.
And with Houston coming up in the South, they definitely have a struggle because you got to get past Houston. Houston's looking great.
All right, let's see. I'm also eliminating every team as we go, so we don't get any repeats.
All right.
So let's see who I get next. Okay, so we get Seattle.
Ooh.
Okay, this is kind of hard because I'm not going Geno. Running back could take Walker, or receiver could take DK Metcalf.
They have some decent choices, you know what I mean? Decent choices.
I think I'm going to go Kenneth Walker, honestly, because I believe, it's easier to come across a good receiver than running back.
Definitely, for sure. And K9 has been tearing it up.
Yeah.
He was hurt for a little bit, and Zach Charbonnet, next Michigan man, he
sort of
is a traitor, but he picked up the pace, and you can't beat that.
Yeah.
But Kenneth Walker came right back in. That's not bad. I think I'm going to go with my first receiver and just go DK Metcalf. I don't want Geno. Don't want their offensive line, as their offensive line is on their third strings. As you saw, the Lions tore it up. Can't do it. We'll take Metcalf, some guy who they thought was going to be the next Calvin Johnson, which he hasn't, but he's still a great receiver.
Okay, next is the Titans.
Wow.
So this is gonna be a little rough for both of us, I think.
Definitely. I think I'm gonna take the safe pick and take Tyler Boyd.
You're taking Tyler Boyd?
Do they still have DeAndre Hopkins? I don't remember.
Yeah, they got Calvin Ridley and DeAndre Hopkins over Tyler Boyd.
Oh, okay. Well, we're definitely gonna take D-Hop.
Yeah, I think that's gonna leave me with.
I thought they didn't have any receivers because their quarterback's terrible and Will Levis and the offensive line's atrocious.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with Calvin Ridley, honestly, which is not ideal.
No.
I honestly would have worked better if I would have taken Tony Pollard here and DK Metcalf last.
Definitely,
but,
for
you
sure,
know,
yeah. I do have Tony
passed.
Pollard in fantasy, and he's been great. I recommend if you don't got him. Well, he's not a guy we're trading, so don't listen to me.
Okay, so now we get the Lions, and it's
Wow.
my pick.
Wow, I know.
So I'm definitely going offensive line.
Wow. Oh,
What do you got left? What do you got left?
I got quarterback and offensive lineman.
Oh, so you got
I'm
Goff.
gonna have to take Jared Money Goff.
But think about it here,
Jerry
right?
G.
So
I'm
I
cool
just
with
have
it.
quarterback left, and you just have offensive line left. So this is like really make or break. Because I'd say my team's nothing like insane, right? I got
Special,
Kenneth
though.
Walker, he's good.
We've
DJ
done
Moore's good.
Yeah, we've done this before, and our teams were way better.
Yeah, our team was way better.
Definitely.
Both of our teams. Calvin Ridley, Evan Ingram. Offensive line, Lions though is big.
You can't
know?
beat that. You got the best center in the league. You got the best tackles.
So whatever team we
You have
get
guards
here,
that are great. Yeah.
whatever team we get here, you get their offensive line, and I get their quarterback. Big
Let's
spin.
see.
Oh no!
Yeah.
All right,
Man.
we got the Broncos. So
Yikes. I couldn't tell you anything about the Broncos
I
offensive
could not
line.
tell you anything about the
Maybe there's
offensive line
someone in the
either.
comments who's a Broncos fan that can help us out. But definitely scary for both of us.
All right, so Bo Nix coming in at QB for me. I don't know how to feel about it. You know,
But with
I don't
that
know how he's
line,
been doing
with that,
this year.
with that Lions offensive line.
he might be a lot better. Yeah.
I think he was the first Broncos rookie quarterback to win 3 games in a row. So
Really?
yeah.
So he's doing all right.
You want to spice it up? You want to add a coach?
Yeah, let's do coach.
We'll do a spin for each.
Yeah,
And
so-
whoever goes. All right.
That was that your pick right there? Technically first.
Technically, it'd be my pick, but you want to play rock paper scissors again for first pick? All
Yeah.
right, best out of one.
All right. Okay, I get
All right,
this.
first pick.
All right, so whoever this is my coach. Ooh, the Commanders coach.
Is
I
it
don't
still
know.
Ron Rivera?
I honestly don't know who it is, but they're doing good this year. So
Yeah, they're definitely doing good.
let's see. Let's see who their coach is. I honestly don't know. It's Dan Quinn.
Oh no way!
Really? I didn't know that. I
Alright.
didn't know that he was their head coach. So I got
There
Dan
you go.
Quinn. So that works. That works just fine for me.
We'll take.
I didn't know he was coaching there.
Me either. I thought he was still with Dallas. What was he, defensive coordinator or something like that?
Yeah, I think so.
I couldn't tell you. They're still dogs, so.
All right, so your coach.
No.
You got the
The
Panthers.
Panthers
Who
coach,
is the
they probably
Panthers?
fired him already.
Who is the Panthers head coach?
Dave Canales.
Well, I think Brett
Wow.
might not have taken this one.
Wow.
You know,
That's
both of our teams are pretty
awful.
mid, but I think the coaching difference might have.
Dude, I definitely, if we would have plugged these players in Madden, you would definitely kill me.
Let's you know what? Let's do a defensive player. So let's spin it.
Like
just-
just a defense in general.
Okay, yeah, defense in
I
general.
feel like whoever we
Yeah.
spin, we just get their defense.
Okay,
out
so
of that. let's get the full team going.
This will be my defense. Let's see. We got the Commanders defense.
Commanders defense.
That's all right.
All right.
They're doing all right. All right, and now your
All right, baby.
defense.
What do we got?
This would be huge if you got like a really good one. I think it'd make it. I
Exactly.
think it'd make our teams like pretty even. Honestly, if
Mm-hmm.
you got like a
Give me a Cleveland.
San
San Francisco.
49ers.
Let's go.
Okay, it might be a toss up now. Honestly, that's a great defense.
Sorry, guys. Dad's calling me because all he does. Doesn't know how to text.
It's all right.
Old people, man.
All right. So now we finished our game. We're moving into, like some current events, what's going on.
Some current events. I like it.
We can just touch on it. We don't have to go too in depth on it. Most people probably know.
But as many of you know, probably not actually. I actually had the chance to try this today for lunch. It was actually delicious. The McDonald's Chicken Big Mac. Let me tell you, 10 out of 10. Just need the Big Mac sauce. It was delicious.
Only
Highly
the most
recommend.
important current events is what we bring up.
That's right.
Hey, how about that Wendy's Krabby Patty though?
Hey, let me tell you about that. Oh my God, let me tell you about that. You ever seen those videos on TikTok or Instagram Reels?
No, I don't know.
Oh man, these are funny. Wendy's came with a Krabby Patty meal, and they're trying to compete with the Travie Patty meal.
The Travie Patty.
And you got people going up, doing the Travis Scott burger trend with the
Wendy's.
with the Wendy's, and it's hilarious.
I honestly didn't even know about it until yesterday.
Right.
So
it is.
I would like to try it, honestly. I would try that. I'll try the Chicken Big Mac too. I haven't had either of them.
I feel like they're both good, but let me tell you something. This Wendy's, the theme that they're doing is hilarious. I'm a big fan, and I had one friend from high school do it, and he's like, I'm here, and the lady's like, I don't know you, and he just plays, oh.
Start playing like SpongeBob Trap remix.
Yeah. Well, that's what most of the people are doing. They're pulling up, I'm here, and they're like, I'm a goofy goober. It's been hilarious.
That's pretty funny that they actually did that with SpongeBob.
It is pretty cool. It's something I didn't even think about, and it's just been hilarious.
I wonder if it's good.
I can sit there.
I wonder if it's doing justice to the Krabby Patty secret recipe.
Maybe.
I don't think it's doing justice.
I don't know.
No? I don't know.
Someone on Instagram.
I would hope so.
Someone on Instagram Reels really said, "Wow, inflation that bad?" Mr. Krabs told the formula.
How much is it? Is it like the $5 meal? Is there like might be a little
I'm not
more
sure
expensive,
here.
honestly.
Let me look it up.
It's a once in a lifetime thing. You get to eat a real life Krabby Patty. It's kind of
that is pretty cool.
That's kind of a big thing.
It is a big thing. I definitely give it a try for sure. Krabby Patty meal is priced at $10.89.
Wow.
But
what do they give you? They give you 5 of those things?
Dude, I would hope. Hopefully it comes with pickles, you know what I mean? You'll forget the pickles.
Hide them under my tongue.
For real. But you can get a Krabby Patty burger by itself for $6.19. But they also have
better be good.
Yeah, they also have the pineapple under the sea frosty that comes in 4 sizes, as the regular frosties do. It's basically a pineapple frosty, which actually I wouldn't mind trying that, you know what I mean? But let's see what it comes with. I'm sure it comes with fries. Does it come with a kelp shake?
That would be crazy.
I want a kelp
shake would be crazy. Honestly, probably wouldn't be too good. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I'd like it. That's definitely an acquired taste, maybe for some people, but
definitely
a kelp shake.
But it's one of those things where you definitely want to try. You know what I mean?
I'm more of a Taco Bell guy. That $7 Lux Cravings box. You get a chalupa, a 5-layer, a normal taco. I always increase it to a Doritos Locos. And you get like a large cherry Pepsi.
Oh,
you can't, and you get a side. Sometimes I don't think they've been throwing in those cheesy potatoes, but sometimes they do. I've just been getting the nachos.
Okay,
yeah. It's a great. That'll fill you up. You might even have some leftovers for later to finish.
Oh, it definitely will fill you
really
up for
good.
sure. It's been something that is well worth it for sure.
Yeah.
But okay, Krabby Patty meal.
What do they
has
got?
the under the sea frosty, and then it comes with fries, and then the burger. So it comes with 3 items. Okay. So it's not too bad. I don't know if it's worth $10,
yeah,
but
$10
also
might be a little steep for that.
Yeah, it's a little steep, but also everything's been a little steep.
Then again, it is a Krabby Patty, so maybe it's worth it. Who knows?
I think you should throw me a kelp shake, but that's just me. You know what I mean? But yeah, speaking of under the sea, Florida, man. Shout out to Florida, all the first responders. We're thinking of you guys. I have family in Florida, and they are in that Tampa, St. Pete area, Fort Myers, and it's sad to hear. It is something that just happens all the time. It's their location.
Yeah.
So
that's another thing.
You just ask for everyone to be safe, and hopefully everyone gets their lives back together.
Yeah, it is obviously. It's like tragic what's going on, but living in those areas, you gotta know like the risk you're coming with. It's not like it's not like this is a rare thing for like a hurricane or some big storm to come through and wipe out towns and neighborhoods. It's not like some super rare thing. So you do kind of gotta expect it a little bit living in those areas. Like we're gonna get some pretty bad stuff. It's gonna be expensive. There's gonna be a lot of damage, but it's pretty tragic what's going on right now. There's a lot of casualties racking up, and
people just losing their homes and all that stuff. It is terrible. But one thing that's coming out of good light about this is, do you know who Lieutenant Dan is? Ever seen him?
I've heard about him a little bit, but I've heard there's some controversy with this guy.
There definitely is. This guy's crazy. Definitely a Florida man for sure. But this guy, Lieutenant Dan's living in his sailboat, and he doesn't want to leave. And he's been blowing up for it. And
I guess if the water rises, so does he.
So does he.
I guess so, but
so if it comes back down, so does he.
He might also capsize. He might flip. So
yeah.
I guess that's a big risk.
But
I did hear something about was Aiden Ross was going to give him like a kick deal to stream and all that.
Oh, no way.
But after seeing his criminal record, Lieutenant Dan's criminal record, he withdrew that. Okay. But so I don't know too much about it, so I'm not gonna speak on it too much. But I heard there was some controversy with him, but I don't know too much.
I mean, if you look at this dude, he
looks like a Florida man for sure.
Definitely for sure. Missing teeth, one leg. It's something. But I mean, what a guy. I mean,
it's a pretty ballsy move, honestly.
It definitely is.
I don't think I would do it.
No,
I don't think most people would do it, but props to him for.
I guess so.
Seeing it through, I guess.
Definitely, but. Like we said, we are thinking of the people down in Florida. Florida's a place I'd love to go. Like they call myself a part-time Floridian for having family down there and going there, growing up all the time in the summer. So thoughts out to you guys. And not even just Florida. What also got hit? South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia. Sweeping through. It is crazy. Something that they might not expect, but definitely Florida expect too.
I think we're getting a little bit of it was 80 degrees yesterday. Yeah. And it's the middle of October here in Michigan.
And it was 60 degrees, 63 or whatever. Yeah. It was beautiful. It's still nice today,
We're getting the better half of it for sure, but
but still
prayers out to our southern states.
Definitely for sure. But all right, we're gonna get to something called the honorable mentions, and basically what this is, it is something that maybe made your day, made your week, made your month, could have made your year. Something that we just want to give a mention to, and it doesn't have to be anything specific. It could just mean something to you, or it could be something that other people have experienced as well. But we just like to, give a little free shout out, and something to get you thinking, something that maybe could happen to you, maybe inspire you, But my first honorable mention, what I'm going to mention is definitely the good weather. Can't
it's been
beat
nice,
it.
Dude.
It's definitely been nice. Made it nice for going to visit you. Want to do the football games, work for sure. Yeah. Just making life a little easier.
I had a few bonfires recently, and hopefully we can have some this weekend. I got Monday, Tuesday off. I know everybody else works, but
no, we could definitely make it happen. But yeah, it's definitely anyone experiencing the good weather. I'm not sure if it's happening throughout the whole Midwest, but I've just been enjoying it. And some in the fall's been the fall's been a little hard for me, and it's just that kind of like the leaves turn, kind of gets you in the feeling. Green Day's bumping in your head. Like
what song was that one?
Time of your life.
Okay.
Okay. But especially everyone leaving. So now the weather's great, and just hang out with my brother shooting hoops. It's a good time. So honorable mention to the weather.
Yeah, true. I was outside shooting basketball with my dad yesterday. He was grabbing rebounds for me. So
there you go.
It's pretty good. For honorable mention, I really didn't have anything off the top of my head that I was planning, but
I know we probably should have wrote
it
these
was.
down. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll give a shout out to. I don't know if you'll be able to see it at all. Nah, it's a little too dark. All right, Odyssey 222. It's energy drink that honestly has powered me through exam week.
Really
you know,
good,
we
nice.
actually at Michigan Triangle Fraternity, we got sent
Honorable mention triangle.
Yeah, we got sent a big package of those to distribute as well as use and promote. So I'll give a shout out to them. 222 milligrams of caffeine in that drink. Get you pretty wired, get you pretty locked in on what you're doing. So does its job, does a good job. So shout out to them, especially for sending us so many of those.
Nice. That's something, especially if you guys have it when I come out to visit, I'm definitely going to be interested in trying it, as it does keep me up for all the activities we do, whether it's football games or bonfires. But I like that. All right, cool. Definitely another subject we're going to top on is Motivational Minute. And Motivational Minute is something that I would like to do just to keep the vibes up, the vibes high. Sometimes it's going to be silly, sometimes it's going to be serious. Definitely we're just going to go off the fly. But I'm going to set a timer on my phone for a minute. And I'm just going to go and ramble. And just see.
1 minute ramble.
1 minute ramble. Sometimes you got to do it, you know what I mean? And, we're going to start now. And for my first motivational minute. Whoops, sorry, screwing up. Keep on keeping on. Weather's great. Fall is here. Football's great. Just getting that headset to where you're able to just keep on keeping on. Keep your head up. Keep it smiling. Always put on a good face. Be nice to people. Enjoy time with your friends. You can't beat that. And, when you feel like you're a good person, you're doing good things, that means you are. And definitely we need more of that for sure. And just keep it going. Keep your vibes high. Keep pushing through. You can do it. Just remember, there's always someone who's got it worse than you, unfortunately, but there's always someone that's better. Don't go chasing that better, but go chase being better for yourself. You have that sort of zen in you, then you're living life. You're rocking and rolling, and definitely just need to keep that in mind. All right. Timer's up. We're done. First motivational minute. I like it. I'll have more prepared for sure. Definitely, we're going to hit on some subjects for sure. But, we're just going to sprout it out.
Especially through the cold winter.
Exactly,
keep the spirits high through winter,
which we
coming
need,
up.
Especially when it gets darker out at 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
It's 4:30. I'm heading back from class, and it's already dark, dude. It's like 4 o'clock. Come on now.
What's going on?
My day's over. I just woke up.
Right, I just woke up, and now I'm going back to bed.
I'm going back to bed. I got to do my homework. It's dark out, Keep the spirits high.
Yeah. So I like that. I think that's pretty good. I think this whole pod is pretty good. I think this first episode.
Yeah, first
really
pod. We'll definitely be coming out with. We still have to create a few accounts. We're going to create a TikTok account. We have our YouTube up. That's what this is probably going to be uploaded on first. We're going to try to move on to Spotify or Apple Podcast.
Definitely.
Try to find some new. We're also going to be doing some live streams with a few of our friends that are knowledgeable on a few topics that they'll be able to go a little in depth on. So we're going to have to figure all that out. We will be uploading some TikToks and shorts, though, of some mini games as well as, maybe some clips from the podcast. But you got anything to add for the end?
I'll just rebuttal what you said. I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to blow this as big as we can. And, we're for the people. We're just here having fun. And you guys will definitely enjoy the live streams. Our friends we have a great time. We like to keep it funny, keep it going. I like to call myself the Theo Von of the group. I've heard it from our buddy J. Cole. Shout out J. Cole. He was like, man, you're like Theo Von. And I appreciate that because I'm just here trying to make people laugh. And that's what we want to do with this channel. And just have a good time. We're going to work on things, and the pod's going to get better and better every time. Better quality, whether it's video, audio, topics, whatever.
For sure our setup's going to be better. This is just in a room in my basement.
Exactly.
Once I go back to school, my room there is much more fit for lighting and all that.
Yeah,
but
it's definitely a vibe. Not that this isn't a vibe, but we're gonna get going. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. And grab a drink and enjoy the party. Thanks for being at the pregame.
We'll see ya.